Hello there, folks of the Anglo-Saxon, Germanic, Nordic layer that the Arisator, folks of Finds of Fernsida, Horsemen of a Klingershalf and folks of the Fingershalf. Tonight I come before you again. I think I owe you guys about 4 chapters of havermal readings. I wasn't on Monday because of the Queen's funeral, as I said, but I didn't come on yesterday either. Reason for this was my mental health was bad and I felt quite tired, so I didn't have the energy or the I will be honest, the mood to come on and present it. Yeah. Queen's funeral, it was a great service. It went on most of the day. Had a film on the night, had a takeaway. The old man got us a takeaway, which was very good of him. And I even had a cider. It wasn't the best cider, but it knocked me about a bit. And it was a nice, sad but nice evening, emotional day, nice Wednesday evening. And yesterday I actually went on a walk and I went to visit my uncle, who is a Brythonic Druidic heathen, a Brythonic Druid. He's on the mend now. He's had a hip operation, and my cousins were there as well, so it was nice to see them and my nan. So then I got back and a bit of anxiety hit on the night about stuff, work. I won't go into it, but I've sorted that out now and I'm on a good path again. So yeah, that's all good. So yeah, I'm really pleased about that, and today's been a good day as well. So 66, 67, 75, no, 76 and 77, sorry, here we go. And we are on. I'm going to do you 4 chapters tonight to make up for yesterday, because I was meant to come on yesterday and obviously I didn't. So as always, I'll go through Bray, then through Thorpe, then through Bellows, and it unleashes more clear and understandable as it goes on, and I'll try and break down what it's going on about. So here we go. Chapter 75. It's got that wrong again. It's 76, but it's put 75 there for some reason. Let me just I'll sort him in a minute. Chapter 76. Castle. Oh, here we go. This is this verse I'm about to read out is a very common. Everybody's going to know what this chapter means. 76 is probably the most easiest one in the havermal. Chapter 76 of the havermal. I don't even need to read this. Bray has actually put the way it's actually writ. So as it's said by believed to be said by, this is actually shouted more by the Scandinavian Germanic folk, the northern Germanic folk of the mainland, the Scandinavians, proto-Germanically known as the Danes. So this is chapter 76. Cattle die, kingsmen die, we all should die. But the one thing that will never die is the honour of a dead man's deeds. I actually said that. I actually spouted chapter 76 to my it's a farewell. It can be used as a farewell greeting to one that's passed, one that has passed on. So yeah, I used it towards the Queen when I lit the candle the other day. I'm still going to read Thorpe and Bellows' version now, because maybe we can still, there's other bits that can be uncovered, who knows. Cattle die, kindred die, ourselves also die. Let me just ignore this advert and I'll start that again. Can't do anything on this app without adverts. There we go. Cattle die, kindred die, we ourselves should die, but the fair fame never dies of him who has earned it. So it's actually saying as well that you know, you can carry on a legacy if you are that much of a good person. Cattle die, this is Bellows. Cattle die, kingsmen die. So one dies oneself, but noble name will never die. If good renown one gets. So everybody knows chapter 76. You know, cattle die, kingsmen die. We all should die. On to chapter 77. Oh, and it's actually no, hold on. They've actually mixed these up, 76, 77 for some reason. They're spread across 2 pages. Seems to be the same one, so they've mixed this up. I don't know why. 77 says by Thorpe, 76 by Bray. Cattle die, kingsman die, thyself soon must die. They're basically written in different ways. One thing never dies, wet Irene will die. The doom on each one dead. That's Bray. 77. Kindred die, we ourselves also die, but I know one thing that never dies. Judgment on each one dead. Basically saying the same thing. Then it moves on to 78. Cattle die and kingsmen die, and so one dies oneself. One thing I know that never dies, the fame of a dead man's deeds. That's the actual one that I was thinking of. It's just spouting it in many different ways. I'm actually going to go on to the next page and read on a bit. Right, 77 and 78, and it's gone back to 76 again. This is not making a lot of sense. Okay, so let's go 77 on page 86. So I'm calling this 78, chapter 78, and on to 79. Okay, here we go. So chapter 78. I'm going to read through actually to chapter 80 tonight. This is not making a lot of sense. Full stocked folds had the fatling sons, who bear now a beggar's staff. Brief the wealth as the winking of an eye, most faithfulness ever of friends. By Thorpe. Full storehouse I saw at Dive's sons, now bear they the beggar's staff. Such are riches as is twinkling of an eye. Of friends they are most fickle. Chapter 78 by Bellows is really messing numbering up on this. Among Fitzjohn's sons I saw well stocked folds, now bear they the beggar's staff. Wealth is as swift as winking eye. Of friends the falsest it is. So they're begging for the staff now, and what it looks like it's basically stating is that the friend is showing true false friendship. You know this person that is of false intentions, he's up front now being false. The friendship is very fade. Friendship is now very fade towards the two that are silently warring between each other. Chapter 79. If happily a fool should, this is Bray, if happily a fool should find for himself wealth or woman's love, pride waxes in him, but wisdom never, and onward he fares in his folly. Here comes Thorpe's version. A foolish man, if he acquires wealth or a woman's love, Pride grows within him, but wisdom never. He goes on more and more arrogant. Bellows. An unwise man, if a maiden's love or wealth he chances to win, his pride will wax, but his wisdom never. Straightforward he fights in conceit. So basically, it's the old saying, isn't it? We have this in modern day, and it happened back then. The bloke he's going on about, he's trying to flirt with a maiden. He's got the confidence to do it, but he's goofy, you know. He's not knowledgeable to win her over. Some maidens find that stuff sort of cute when they can see you trying, others don't want to know. Obviously in this situation the maiden probably doesn't want to know. He's showing off, he's goofing off, and she's not taking him very seriously at all. Let's mute this advert. Much as good as this film was, I watched it with my uncle yesterday. It's not appropriate for now. There we go. Okay. Then we're on to chapter 80. So I'm going to read 80 and we'll leave it there. I've read you a couple of chapters then. For some reason, Bray stated as 79 again, and will prove true that thou arkest of runes. Those are come from the gods, which the high powers wrought, and which Woden or Odin painted, then silence is surely best. 4 puts it as, then 'tis made manifest, if one runes thou questionest him, those to the high ones know which the great powers invented, and the great talker painted, that he had best hold silence. Bellows puts it as, curtain is that which is sought from runes, that the gods so great have made, and the master poet painted of the race of gods. Silence is safest and best. So, as Bray stated, I can just about made out, Woden was the one that actually discovered the runes, and they were made from the gods. They were discovered on what I know as Irminsul, the life Irminsul tree, known to Proto-Danes and Scandinavians as Yggdrasil. And it's basically stating with the runes, his knowledge of the gods, nobody knows better than Woden. He's the all-knowing of the gods, and he's basically saying, look, if you're going to challenge me in wits or knowledge, you better have to stay silent. That's just what he's put here. Don't challenge the signs from the gods, but you must embrace them. And anyone that follows this path will know that. So yeah, there we go, and that is chapter 80. So we are now on chapter 81. So we've done 78 to 80. Yeah, 80. No, we didn't. We tick that off. No, we tick that off. And we're actually on chapter 81. 81 to 82. And that show, I can tell you guys, will be 3 day. Now, I'm sorry I've only been on twice this week. I think I've caught up for the day. I said, I was going to be on yesterday. I might have actually done an extra chapter, I think. But, and it gets confusing because he seems to muddle some of the chapters up. But, I've got my partner stopping tomorrow, my wife man, my beloved. So she's coming tomorrow, as she does most funnels days. I'll be on 3 day after work like I did tonight. Then Then obviously I don't come on weekends, and I've obviously got my friends stopping Saturday night, and I won't be on Sunday, so I will return to you on here on next Monday. Well, no, I'll be on Friday, and after that it'll be Monday. So I'm sorry I ain't been on as much this week. Stuff happens. I've made up a few, I've made up for a few chapters tonight, and I will be on Friday. So keep a watch out, and I hope you've all had a good week, and I hope you're having a good week, and I've got nice plans for the weekend. I know I've got a good day coming up Saturday, and Wassel Hell. May we have the wisdom, may we have the honour to be, the wisdom to know, the knowledge to care. And as our forebears did, so shall we. Wassel Hell, drink ale. Bye now everyone, see you later.